Hello and welcome to the video. This video is for the project EFORT and specifically for the component EFEC, which deals with payment and account management. My name is Rodolfo Marrero and I will be your host today. Here's my contact information in case you want to contact me. Also, the product owner and project mentor is Dr. Masoud Sayadi, whose address can be found here as well. Please contact him in case you have any questions about the project itself. The agenda for this video is the following. First, we're going to start with what is Forex. Here, we're going to take a look at the definition and I'm going to clarify some common questions about it. What is EFORT? Here, we'll take a look at the project itself from a business standpoint. Later, we're going to be reviewing what was released on this version. Then, we're going to take a look at what the project was built on, a look at notable systems in use. And at the end, we're going to discuss what the possibilities for EFORT are. What is Forex? Forex is an acronym for foreign exchange. This is what happens when you trade currencies. A simple example of a Forex transaction is when you go to travel to Europe and on the airport you exchange dollars for euros. In this transaction you're selling dollars and buying euros. Transactions on the Forex market are no different. You buy currency at a certain price and you sell also at a certain price. You exchange your currency for another currency in the hopes that when you sell that currency back and exchange it for your native currency, you will do so at an advantageous price. There are some common terms that need to be clarified. Forex can represent Forex futures as well as spot Forex. Generally speaking, when the term is thrown around, we're speaking about spot Forex. Spot Forex is not a future. In this project, we don't deal with futures, options, metals, or commodities. Having defined some common terms, let's now take a look at what is EFORT. EFORT stands for Empowered Forex Trader. EFORT is a solution to the complex world of Forex trading. EFORT is a fully managed service and it works by making trades on foreign currency exchanges for its customers. The business charges a subscription amount to its customers for its services. EFORT is built for novices on Forex. Why EFORT? The reason for the existence of EFORT is the following. The Forex market is constantly changing. Trading on Forex effectively can easily become a full-time job. Most of the competition in the market provide interfaces for expert traders. Thus, understanding the interfaces is something that requires training. The world of Forex is one of a lot of speculation. For traders, this means keeping up with news, foreign events, politics, and other sources of possible speculation. Also, trading is a skill that must be honed every day. There are two possible ways in which EFORT will be brought to the market: as a commodity trading advisor or as an introducing broker. I created some valuable documentation about what these terms mean, what they represent to the business, and how to become either one of those entities legally. I strongly recommend that if you're going to be developing EFORT, you take the time and read the documentation. This is meant for business users, but it will give you a great deal of understanding of the market and the business itself. What is new? Here is a list of the relevant user stories that were covered on version 1 of the EFEC project. I'm not going to go over details of each one of them, as you can review those in Jira. This information is being presented in chronological order to give the reader an understanding of the flow of work. This might perhaps give you some insights into why certain things were developed a certain way. Here are some other user stories that were developed. Now let's take a look at the tech stack for EFORT, and especially what was used for the EFEC component. These are the systems that were used. As a programming language, we use C#. As a framework, we develop on .NET Core. Visual Studio was selected as the IDE, and Bootstrap was selected as the front-end visualization library. As a database, we selected TSQL, and for the payment system, we selected Stripe. Stripe uses a system called Plaid for instant verification of bank accounts. The reason why this tag was selected is because MetaTrader 4 runs on Windows, and the product owner along with the architect team decided to stick with the Windows-only platform. EFORT architecture. Here's where things get really tricky. The system was designed using MVC with a very fragmented model layer. This was called a 5-tier architecture at the beginning of the project, since each .NET project is considered a tier, but the fragmentation of the project causes more harm than good. That being said, there is nothing that can be done at this point to heal the damage. If you need to interact with a table, for example, you need to touch at least 7 files. Number 1, the table definition. Then the store procedure that accesses the table. The ADO.NET project that runs a store procedure. The entity object definition that is used to represent the data that is being transmitted. The web API that exposes the ADO.NET project to the rest of the system. The business object that calls the web API for data, and the controller on the MVC project that calls the business object. If you think a feature will take you about 2 hours of development, multiply that times 4 in order to deal with the complexity caused by this factoring. What are the next steps? It is my personal recommendation to do the following. Double check the implementation of the code. Run the logic on paper and ensure that it is sound. Ensure the error messages from Stripe are being interpreted correctly. Everyone tests when things go well, but when an API returns errors, things tend to go south. Eliminate code that will be deprecated due to business changes. They were part of the code that were developed before we had a good grasp of the business. Examples of this will be the deposit and withdrawal of funds from bank accounts. This adds some complexity to the business that will likely not be used. Talk to the product owner and see if you can eliminate those sections. Refactor the view to eliminate complexity. There is a lot of JavaScript on the view that should be moved to a separate file. Also, there is some code on the Bootstrap models that can either be refactored or can be separated into its own micro template. Implement software testing. Do not let the system get any more complex without writing some code to test your interfaces and your main sections of complexity. Implement an event cycle that will go to Stripe to sync in case a webhook is missed. This is critical to keep both systems with the same data. Add subscriptions via bank accounts. Right now, you can only subscribe via credit or debit cards. And ensure that the deletion of cards and bank accounts is also carried out in Stripe. This might be done already, but it is good for you to review it anyways. Alright, that's everything I wanted to cover on this video. Thank you for watching, and please contact me if you have any questions about the code, or contact Dr. Masoud Sayadi if you have any questions about the project. Until the next video, I bid you farewell.